Hello, good afternoon, traders. This is Baja Pips. It's Friday, October 20th, 2023, 2:58 p.m. Eastern China Time. Today I'm going to be trading the Euro US dollar, and I'm going to start trading some London stocks. So I'll be looking at LVMH, Louis Vuitton, MOET, Hennessy. I'll be trading those two pairs throughout my session. I'll be trading for about an hour to an hour and a half today, and this is going to end my week. So I'm going to get started by reading pre-market conditions as usual. Give me about a minute, less than a minute, and I will get back to y'all. Okay. Today is an all right market context. You're going to see me mark it up right here. Chart. I'll explain in just a minute. All right, so pretty much I have my notes for the session. Mark that right there. And lastly, today's video recording is going to be a different link. This was from yesterday. If y'all didn't see my video yesterday, I had a video recording yesterday. It was a break-even day. Today I'm going to just do that. Okay, so everything is pretty much set up for me to go for the session, and I'm going to start looking for setups. I want to just do one last thing. I want to see what the movement has been for the past couple of hours. It looks a little low. The past hour, it's barely been 10 pips. I'm going to be careful. In the past 2 hours, it's only been about 13 pips. So at this moment, I do need to see this current range expanded before I look for trades, just because we are a little congested within a 2-hour whipsaw. So in other words, I could see some setups, but more than likely, I'm not going to take any setups within this 13 pip range until we expand to the edges. I'm also here on the other chart, so I can take a look at LVMH. Wow, very bearish drop. That was kind of expected. It's been pretty bearish this entire week, and yeah, don't really see much happening. I would like to see a nice follow through on LVMH. Yesterday was a little bit choppy, so once again, I need to see a few solid triggers before continuing. I'm just gonna wait on that. In the meantime, we have a potential top formation on Euro USD. Nothing really that great, but I'm gonna just follow up and see what's going on. I'm not gonna be the one to take this first trigger on Euro. Right now, it looks like it could be dropping to the lows of the day, but we do have some conflict, and it's a little premature if I do take a short. So I'm gonna just wait, sit on my hands, and be a little bit patient. Those of you that can see, I have different pairs. Different pairs I'm trading, and using one of my other brokers. This one I actively trade stocks and currencies, so you might see a little bit of both here. Different account balance, so there's going to be a different lot size for Euro USD. Just know that every time I do trade, I risk about no more than 1% in my account. Since I'm trading two pairs at once, I'm going to be risking a lot less than normal, just because my exposure is higher because I have two pairs. Seeing it price rally back to the upside on LVMH. It looks like there's a possible, I don't know, interruption of the bear moves, but I can't predict, and I don't know if it's going to be bullish or not. Just because I have one bullish bar doesn't guarantee that it's going to continue on up. So that's something I have to wait and see for myself. Euro USD leading into the London Open, I did see a few pretty solid triggers. They went up at least 1R. So this right here will be a nice trend continuation north. And yeah, if we get a nice breakout pullback on Euro, I might consider going long. LVMH, unfortunately, there's not enough data right now for me to take a trade. I have to just wait on my hands. All right, here we go. Yeah, Euro is kind of weak still. I'm looking over to the left now. The breakout or the pullback is a little deep. The breakout is a little weak, and we're hanging off on the edge of its most recent range. You see that 1.05760. It just broke. It just pierced those highs, and then we pulled back, and now we are back into that little range. 1, 2, 3 waves. There's a range between 1.05691 and 1.05765. I'm going to sit aside. LVMH, the pullback is too deep for me to go for a long. It is possible that it will go up, but I would like to see some triggers working. I would like to see some follow through on these mediocre setups. I only want to take the high quality ones. So I'm going to just wait. Best thing to do. Wait. Go back to the trading view in the meantime. So, yep. Euro is still in that little 13 pip range. You can see on the left, I said market triggers have been all right today. There have been periods of chop and rare occasional nice waves. Most triggers go about 1 hour in the money before trailing stops are hit. Trade more conservatively today, but it can be a little bit more risk on than yesterday. Yesterday's price action was terrible, so I just didn't take any trades. But yeah, I mean, if this trigger works on Euro USD right now, it technically is a TC setup, but it's not one that I favor. So just because it'll work out doesn't mean I have to take every single trade on the chart. I only take the ones that align with my criteria. And right now, I said the pullback is a little too deep, and we are in a chop congestion, so we have to wait for that anyway. So we're in a chop within a chop. Y'all see price went up, went down, went up. That's 3 waves, similar size. Box it off, and we are congested, struggling to break that. So once we do break, the good news is that more than likely we're going to get a nice explosive run north, which should expand the range to a tradable size for the day, or it'll drop down south. Also, I just want to notate uh, okay. So just wanted to add a little bit extension to my notes. So Euro, I'm not interested in, and yeah, that's just what I'm gonna do. See this long right now? It's not a long. I don't even have to mark it off on my chart. It's just something I'm taking note of. If it works, cool. That means triggers are starting to work out, but it's not a long that I would take. Like I said, it's you have to have your own level of discretion when you're trading. It's gonna wait. Right. This is a nice potential long at LVMH. So if this works out, then I may consider looking for some trades. Back to the upside. Where did it gap down? Like right around there. It's like that long may actually play out. I want to measure the exact size of it. Stop loss about 12 pips. Prior run was about 26. Still a little too small for me, but hey, if it works out, that's cool. And now I need to see more of an acceleration to the upside. Still, I need to see more buyers step in on LVMH before I go long. It's because yesterday was also a choppy day. Um, just show y'all in hindsight. So roll to the left. Y'all can just see straight up chop. You see sideways movement. Nothing good, no good follow throughs. There was like one moment right here. This I was already logged out, but yeah, there was this one moment where price actually, had a little decent trigger, but then we rounded over, potential reversal. The reversal failed, and then price just kept on going up. So it was a possibility to possibly look for a bottom end formation, probably right there, but nothing that I would be interested in. So I would call that chop. And it just kept on drifting on up for the day. So yesterday was not so great, and so I'm going to take note of that in today's session for further confirmation. So for stocks, I normally look at the preceding day's price action, to see kind of the narrative of how the next day may play out. For Forex, I don't look at the prior day. I just look at the prior like couple hours. Just a little side note for those of you that watch my videos, if you want some tip on particularly how far in the past to look to kind of determine and get your gauge on price behavior. These are all estimations; they're not exact, so it could do anything at once. But I've been trading Monday through Friday for quite a while now, so I trust my own word. Do your own analysis and validate what I say. It's been a slow week as well, so that's something that I've noticed. Mhm. Once again, the euro went about 1 hour in the money before that reversal occurred. Um, right here. Stop loss. 2 pips. went about 2 pips, and then it kind of pulled back kind of deep. I need a vacation, y'all. I need a trip. And grinding it out daily for the past several months. I need to take a trip. My body is yearning for a trip. I've been really focused on the charts. I had to stay in office mode and keep a daily routine, and just wanted to discipline myself this year. Less traveling than last year, the last previous few years, and just wanted to perfect my craft. So I do get back outside, you know, eating a lot better than ever. Sometimes you got to make those commitments and sacrifices. We are in control of our own selves. So if you tell yourself, hey, I'm going to keep on living it up, turning up, and traveling and doing all this great stuff for yourself, it's cool, but don't spoil yourself. Sometimes you got to have that little discipline and say, I'm going to stay grounded, I'm going to stay 10 toes in this area until I get this. You can still have the nice fruits of your labor, enjoy those, have nice luxuries in your life, but all in all, you got to stay disciplined before you're able to level up. I call it level up. So have certain standards, but don't set your standards too high to the point where work isn't as important to you. Always make sure that you prioritize your work. In order to do that, you may not want to be spoiling yourself, like I just said. I couldn't do this all by myself if I was traveling and going all over the place and have no structure, you know what I'm saying? Been able to develop my own trading plan, my own game plan, so I can do this routine for the rest of my life. I've reduced my daily average trading sessions to 1 to 2 hours a day. Even when I was traveling, I was trading for like 5-6 hours a day. Y'all probably didn't know that because I don't really post it online, but yeah, I was trading for like 5-6 hours a day. My eyeballs were like tired at the end of my session, and this was while I was traveling. It wasn't as healthy. That was also because I was learning to scalp. And yeah, this year I just made the commitment. I said, hey, I'm gonna put this motion in and post up for a few months. Few months end up turning into 10 months. I've been working and training on this for 10 months. Took a few trips this year, but not as many as last year. Hopefully I can get out and take a little break soon. I've pretty much solidified my system. I have a lot of good structure now and a lot of rules that I have that I can follow every day. Reduce my hours to 1 to 2 hours a day, which is more than half, almost 3/4 of my previous duration, which is awesome because when I do get back out and travel again, I have a majority of the day free, and then I have this little window of trading, which is a lot less stressful. And like I said, I'm just getting older, so I do value my time and just being able to just say, hey, no more 5-6 hour days, 1 to 2 hours. Beautiful. Rest of my life, I can do that. Before that, last couple of years, before like that, I was working like 9 hour days, 10 hour days. Before that, I had 16 hour days. Came a long way to reduce it to 1 to 2 hours. So I'm proud of myself for that. For those of you that have these long office hours still, just want to say keep going, and sometimes you gotta stay down until you come up. Don't move too fast, don't come up too soon. Nothing yet. Y'all can see that buy on LVMH would not have worked. It would have failed. Stop loss would have hit. The buy on Euro USD at 10.02 on this chart. That would not have worked out. Probably only went 1 hour in the money before trailing it out close to break even. Maybe got collected 0.5 R on that. And yeah, I see a little top formation, a little RT, but it's too close to the edge of 105,690, which is significant. And not only that, but we are still within a 13 pip range, which is not large enough. I don't know how my day was yesterday. I don't see anything. I'm not trading it. Sitting here, still here, y'all. Just browsing around on my phone now because I don't see anything. Of course, this is a live feed, so I just want to make sure y'all see everything that I'm seeing. It could be boring like this on certain days. I have not seen anything this entire time, so that means that I may only trade for about 30 more minutes. If I don't see anything in 30 more minutes, I'm calling it a day. If I start to see an expansion and the price ranges, then I will take trades. As of right now, it's all chopped up. I don't like it. Those of y'all that see people online trading, it's like, oh, I always find a setup all the time. I'm always trading every day. Like, you could trade every day when the conditions are good, but there's gonna be times where you literally don't find any trades. I don't know how these swing traders. I day trade, by the way. So I'm scalping, and I have times and days where I'm literally sitting on my hands like this. Why would it be believable to see someone swing trading and finding more setups per day than I am? If I find 2 to 3 setups per session, how are people out there trading like 80 different pairs and like a bunch of orders? They're stacked on top of each other, and you'll see the difference now. I'm calm, I'm quiet, I'm patient. I don't do any of that crap. I had to unlearn that stuff before I became successful at what I do. You have to unlearn those bad habits. It's not good for you. Was it easy to unlearn? I mean, it might seem easy in hindsight, but when you go through the process of unlearning something, you have to like cut certain habits out, and you have to implement certain rules and new structure, in your life and on and off the charts. So unlearning is just as hard as learning. I would say it's probably harder than learning something because you have to like I said, destroy those past beliefs. That can be tough, if nearly impossible for some people. It's been a very flat week. Uh, Monday and Tuesday were just above break even. Monday was 1 hour. Tuesday was 0.1 hour. Wednesday was a losing day, minus 2 hour. And today, or not today, yesterday was a flat day, 0 hour. So this might be a losing week. I might be down by 1 hour this week, but I barely traded. And the day I did take a loss, I shouldn't have took those trades. All in all, it's either a flat week or barely made gains for the week, or a small losing week. One or the other. Uh, See anything, y'all? Boring. Very, very boring. In the future, if I see a condition like this, I'm probably gonna lock out after 30 minutes. I just wanna keep this going for another like 25 minutes. Maybe, just maybe, we see something. That's a side of me that I need to also listen to. Is a side of me that wants to trade. There is a part of me that does not want to call it a day or close up shop for the weekend. So that part of me, I'm just still have to respect. All other parts of me is like, hey, just close up shop, go, call it a day. You're probably not gonna find nothing, but that's why you have the parts to negotiate. Maybe we see Rust coming in, maybe not. Maybe it's just like this for the day. I am pretty tired. Start snacking right now. What a Friday. Nothing, y'all. I record these videos even though I'm not taking trades, just so y'all can see. It's not like I fabricate my results and I only post my winning days. I post losing days. I post days where it's flat like this. Can happen. Know that when I do post my winners, real. This whole time I've been waiting. Looks like we're getting a little bit of acceleration out of LVMH. I need to see more buyers step in. I like the follow through so far with this bull rally. I need to see more buyers step in. I don't want it pulling back right here. It's too soon. Trying to see how LVMH and Euro USD mirror each other. Points. Stop loss. I don't like this buy. I'm gonna wait for bulls coming in. Tried it. Very interesting situation in LVMH. There could be a possible RT formation back to the lower end of the day. I would like to see more the rest of the downside. This is a little too premature. So, yeah, I might take a short coming up. Not yet, though. It's too close. Tight right now. No high impact news this session, so also don't really know why it's behaving like this. Triggers have been working the past like 3 or 4 moves. I did take note on that. It's just very, very light triggers. I'm gonna just might have to just take what I'm given. I just don't like this RT forming right now. Need to see price fall a lot further down before considering this particular short. So no short for me yet. Barely took out those swing lows and it's kind of triggering right on that edge. It's not ideal for me. So no sell. I have to continue to wait. Uh take a look at the trading view. A little boring today, y'all. Oh boy. Last hour has only been 8 pips of movement. So if I see this persist for the next like 10 minutes, I'm gonna call it a day because it's literally nothing. The price action actually got smaller in the past hour. So yeah, y'all, this might be it for me today. I don't see anything, and I don't like anything, and might just call it short at 45 minutes today. So Euro USD pretty much over with that. I'll set an alert if we do expand outside of this range in the next several minutes. Cool, but um, still kind of sticking within that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna pay attention to LVMH. We may start seeing a bull rally. I don't know. We're still kind of chopping around. We pop that down low 662.70 again. Gonna call it a day as well. Wrapping up my session right now. Euro USD, there's just not enough movement, and not good. LVMH is triggering these like false setups, and is always on the edge. So I don't like taking that. That's one of my rules that I actually got better at this week, is not taking triggers near the edge because it has a high probability of failing, especially in these type of market conditions where there was some good amount of chop before I started trading. It's not like I seen a lot of clean moves the entire day. Like if it goes above 665, 60, I would not take that long. I don't believe it's a high probability, high quality setup, and therefore I'm going to leave it alone. We're already in a range on LVMH. I'm going to mark that off too. Looks like a mini range within a range. Those of you that can't see, the highs is 665.02 and the lows of 662.56. It's kind of trapped within that range. If I were to draw some trend lines so y'all can actually see the visual movement right here, we went up and we paused. And then second similar wave was from here. We went down and we paused. And third similar wave was we went up just now and we paused, and we're actually coming back within that range. So you do a measurement. Like I said, this is how I classify a ingestion. We got 25 points up. We have the wave down was about 20 points, 21 points. Then we have the wave up, which was about 25 points as well. So they're all similar sized. Price isn't going anywhere. And same with the euro US dollar. Price is not going anywhere. So that's why I have it the way I do. And I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, I trade between 1 and 2 hours a day. That's probably my limit for today. I don't see anything. I don't see any good structure setting up. And if something does come out of nowhere, I would need to stick around a lot longer to see if additional follow throughs. Right now, we're chopping, we're congested. Price has been kind of slow all week, so I'm going to call it a day. And that's to wrap up my week. I'm going to go over this weekly review and put it in a blog post in the next few days. And yeah, y'all trade safe out there. It's a very tricky environment right now. Lots of stuff going on in the world. And yeah, you just don't want to be trading in bad conditions, and then you deplete your account and you don't have enough capital when the good times roll again. So don't be that type of trader. Be a little bit more defensive and risk off on these types of days. I can see at least 3 triggers that I would have taken on a inexperienced day. So maybe in the past there's like at least 3 triggers that I would have took, and I would have failed at those today, and that would have been 3R on each chart. So I saved myself at least 3R per chart, so that's at least 6R. I saved myself 6R today because I have these rules that I respect now. And just before I go, I want to show that 665 right now, this is a buy. I would have took this long in the past, but because I'm more disciplined now and I have better rules, I will not take this buy. And then what would have been a horribly losing week, it's pretty flat. And that's about it. Maybe next week we see a lot better movement, but as of today, this is just trash. Don't force the trade. You don't have to meet a certain quota by the end of the week. So there's no need to try to make a trade happen that's not happening. It's just foolish. You're just sitting there, hurting yourself. And you can't blame anyone but yourself because you didn't have the rules, you didn't study, and you didn't put in the work to really know, like, oh, during these conditions, it's not that great. Maybe my triggers don't work out. It's not the strategy. Strategy is going to do whatever the strategy is going to do. The market is what determines if a strategy is going to work or not. Strategy does not have a mind of its own. It's just literally just some parameters that is set, and you take the trade or not take the trade if everything is aligned. Strategy does not. You can't blame the strategy for your losing streaks. And also the market, you can't blame the market for your losing streaks because the market is going to do whatever it's going to do. Whatever influences the market, whatever global event. I mean, you kind of just got to take everything into account and trade cautiously on certain days and trade more aggressively on days when you do see opportunity all the time. Just pounce on that. There's going to be weeks of slowness like this throughout the year, and then there's going to be weeks where you have so much movement. Like last week was an awesome week. I closed out and over 9R for the week, and this week I was down by 1R. So as y'all can see, it kind of balances out. Like I'm still up for this month by 8R, and it's been a slow week. And hey, that's awesome. The week before last week, I was actually up at about 5 or 6R. So total for the month, I'm up about 15, 16R. So that was 1R per day. That's 16 winning days. And there's some flat days like today and yesterday where I do not take a trade. And I really had a losing day. I had about 2 losing days this month. And it's the 20th of the month. So I'm not complaining. I lost during NFP and I took a loss a couple days ago. That's it, y'all. Like, if I'm not trading, it's flat. And if it's flat, it's telling me something. So that's it for today. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and I look forward to Monday where there's new opportunity. All right, peace.